we go.
Oh, it does feel nice.
It does, doesn't it?
It's like
luxury.
It's like that cat, like Pussy Willow. It's like that. I feel like it's like that.
It seems that he has been murdered.
Are you looking for a game?
Yeah, we need you.
We need you.
Yeah, I could. I don't know whether anybody else does this, but at Christmas in our household, we've always had tree gifts. So we always have something that the kids open everything first thing in the morning, and the adults do as well, to be fair. And then in the afternoon, we always have a gift on the tree that is something that we can do. So it's always a game or something interesting. And actually, these are perfect tree gifts because they're exactly what we would be looking for in our household for the afternoon of fun. So everyone's opened all their presents, they've eaten all their Christmas dinner, they have nothing else to open until they open one of these. And then how long will it take, Joseph, do you reckon, to play?
It's a very good question. So these games, we say they all take about 90 minutes approximately to do. That depends on you.
I think I was telling everybody 90 minutes to 2 hours.
I would agree on that. So they all take about 90 minutes to 2 hours. I recently, even though I designed them myself, I recently replayed them just as we're getting a big shipment printed out. I would say Homefront Heroes is longer. That is the longest
I've been telling
game.
Everybody that's the hardest one of the lot.
It just takes a long time. There's just a lot of puzzles sort of crammed into this tiny box here. But yeah, I would really recommend that you give yourself a good 2 hours to play them.
Yeah,
that's probably.
And you can play it with. You can either be a really sad person and play it by yourself. But if you've got, I'm saying that, but actually you end up in a household like I am, where actually my other half doesn't like doing stuff like this. He finds it very difficult. And I was explaining to everybody at the show that we have these escape bags that we bring around people's houses, don't we? And I tested it out on him. And we have a set, without too many spoilers, there's a couple of codes in there that in order to give you the code, we've written a 1, 2, a 3 and a 4 on the thing that gives you the code. And he sat there and he went, 1, 2, 3, 4! 1, 2, 3, 4! 1, 2, 3, 4! I can open the padlock. Not with that, you can't.
Yes.
So if
you turn it over and there's a word. That made it sound like the code did include those numbers.
It doesn't. It was quite obviously a letter on the other side. So, and it happens twice, and he did it both times. So if you have somebody like that in your household, then you probably would be playing by yourself. This is where I was going to in a roundabout way. But yeah, or even if you do have more than one person in your household, this may be a present for you rather than that.
It's a good way as well if you've got like teenagers. I think would do well with this,
and some of the youngster ones as well. The youngster ones who like playing more adult games but need a little bit of help and support to try and get.
Kieran in our office has a plethora of children that are different ages. And he does play them with they like some of the puzzles because there's a mix of different puzzles, so not every puzzle is like the hardest puzzle you've ever done, and not every puzzle is like it's 6, it's 9. I
just like the idea of having a plethora of children. I just think I've never heard it described like that before.
But there were different ages, so he would like let them do the easy ones. It was like, I've got this one, and then when the harder ones came along, he was like, I'll help you with this one, I'll help you with that one, and then they had older children as well that were helping. So that's one of the good things as well. That if you've got somebody who's a young child or your husband who needs help with a puzzle, then you've got those like easier ones. So you still get that little buzz when you go, I got one.
Yeah, and the nice thing about these boxes is that the puzzles, there are so many, aren't there? So and they're all on separate cards, so you can divide up the cards to as many people as you want, really. But
Joe is a more aggressive game player than me. This is what I was saying. If Joe did that, I'd be so upset if I was. So I do them with my sister, and as I tell everyone all the time, she always goes, I got another shout out. But we play them and we take one card together and we look at it and then we work through it. What do you think? Yeah, I think it's it. And then we do that. All right, we've done that one.
You do it together?
Now. Yeah, like one card at a time.
I've never played anything like this.
We do one card at a time together.
I think that makes me a competitive rather than aggressive player.
Competitive
player. I will try and get out of something as fast as I can, and I will go through the puzzles. But you can split the puzzles up.
I've got too much wine to drink, so I've got my bottle of wine open on Christmas Day and my puzzle game, and I'm ready to go for like the next 3 hours happily. Just work my way through.
I'll
I'm a
give you shadows in the
completist.
gallery then for Christmas. That's the Christmas gift. for
Well,
you.
I'm a completist, you see. So
Yeah.
I like have to complete, every side mission, everything. I need to do the whole thing.
Right.
Whereas you're like speed runs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you got the answer to that? Yes. Done. In. Well, up there to go. It does mean though that I went to go through Space System Error. I think I played that with my son, and he'd done half the puzzles, and I'd done the other half of the puzzles. And I went to it and I went, I don't actually know how to do this puzzle because I've never done it before. And somebody was asking, I was like, let's just find the card that I know how to do. I know how to do this one. So yeah, there are some cards that I still haven't probably played.
Yeah.
As we split them up.
Well, do you think now is a good time to destroy your tree and open up a pack? Or do you not want to open up a pack?
No, we could open up a pack. Well, which one would you open? This is the question. Which one would you consider to be, like, if you had to get one this Christmas, which one would you get?
Well, the really popular one that we're getting a lot at the moment is the Sherlock Holmes game.
The Sherlock Holmes game is super popular. And I've just done 2 trade fairs for Christmas, and I always show them Homefront Heroes because I love the design on that. It's really, and I know how to do some of the puzzles in that. So
That's the one she's really focused on.
I turn over the card and I go, so for example, this puzzle is solved like this, and I feel really super about that one. Whereas Sherlock Holmes, I do remember doing it.
You have done it.
I have done it, but I always show them Homefront Heroes, so I just like the designs on them.
We're not going to do them now in front
We're not
anyway.
gonna
We can't do all the puzzles on here. Otherwise,
No.
you won't buy it. Why would you bother?
But
Just
I
watch
do
this.
like the Sherlock Holmes. So do you want to?
Yes. So as you can see, lovely. It looks like a Sherlock Holmes little book there. We've got the lovely tweed as well. So this is. Got to open.
We've never
it now.
tried opening
Yeah,
one of these
I know.
yet. So these have just come to us from the person who we've had manufacturing them, and we've never.
They've done a
opened
good
them.
job. I
They've
can
done
tell
a good
you.
job. It's not like our
Okay.
shrink wrap. It's not like our shrink.
If only there was someone
If only
stood
there was
behind the
Stanley
camera.
with a Stanley knife just on view.
Watch me lose a finger.
I
Don't
like the
do
way
this at
Brooke's
home.
standing there with I don't know how many jumpers on. It is so cold in the office today. We have bought heaters. We've had permission now to buy heaters because we are renting this building. And I know that from experience, you can't always have mobile heaters in an office for insurance purposes, but we've been told we can. So I've got out and bought 7 heaters. That's how cold it is. We've got a heater each.
Oh,
Does it feel nice?
stroke my box. There we go.
Oh, it does feel nice.
It does, doesn't
you
it?
feel- It's like
Luxury.
It's like that cat, like Pussy Willow. It's like that. I feel like it's like that. It's all soft.
Have you ever
You
seen
don't
this? Have you ever seen the film Serial Mom? I can't talk about it on YouTube. It's too rude. But that's what that reminds me of. Anyway, I'm not
And it
showing you. I'm
feels- it
showing the
feels-
people at home.
It just feels nice on the. It's not got like a sticky. It's like a nice matte.
It's glossy, but it
it's
also
not- it's-
it feels matte.
It feels.
Does
yeah.
that make sense?
Yeah, it's not sticky matte, which is what we've had in the past. Sticky gloss.
So we've actually box upgrade.
box upgrade.
Box upgrade. So
Because they're getting produced overseas, they have come back in a slightly different box, which makes them far easier to
but
open.
not because of that, because we designed them that way. It was a choice.
Yeah, it was a choice because I said I wanted them easier to open and easier to close.
So I feel like fairy, just like the fairy hand modelling.
I
like
know
the
what I ought to
softer-
have. I ought to have one of those ones that I can wave and then Brooke can put all this sparkles next to you, like the fairy godmother. That would just be so much fun.
So look, it opens now. So if you can see, you won't be able to see this now, I've said this, but it opens like further on the front than it does on the back, which means it's much easier to take everything out of the box. So instead of having
It's
to like
stabbing
turn
your
it upside
fingers.
down and like shake everything
Or
everywhere.
getting cardboard scratches on your hand. That's what I was getting. It was touching the top of the thing and you'd end up hurting your fingers.
Will the tree play ball and rehold the empty box? No, there we go.
It might
That's
do,
your
it might
problem
do.
now. So this is all of the spoilers. We'll start with the spoilers.
Start with the spoil. Do you know what though? It's probably a good idea to start with the spoilers because while I was at the show, I handed a box to somebody while I was busy helping another customer and said, if you want to see what's inside the box, you can have a look inside the box. I finished serving the customer and I turned around and all she was reading was the solutions.
Yeah.
So she's like, she's not going to buy that one then because she's just solved the whole thing.
It's a quick. She didn't take 90 minutes to solve it, though,
No,
did
she didn't. No, she
did
just
2 minutes.
She just
done.
read front and back.
But they're all in there, and there's also hints and tips actually. So if you get stuck, you don't want to know the answer, you can look in there. It's not the way I'd recommend, but if you're stuck on a plane or if you're stuck somewhere with that internet signal, you can use that. Gone.
Stuck on a plane, that sounds like snakes on a plane.
Snakes on a plane. Puzzles on a plane.
Puzzles on a plane.
So
that's a whole new thing, puzzles on a plane. I feel like that should be a whole new thing.
Puzzles on a plane. Well, there you go. Coming 2026.
That's a BBC. Like,
oh, we're not doing that. I thought it was the next puzzle game. Puzzles on a plane. I could probably do snakes. Oh my gosh!
I do like the look of that one. It has been.
This looks better than when we did it. Though this has, we have this new. Feel this. Feel the texture. So this is like a newspaper with all of the. I'm very excited. It feels like newspaper. It feels like newspaper. It's. I don't know if I hold it up to a light. I don't know if you can always see through. You know, like that newspaper print. So yeah, but I'll hold it in front of me for now so you can see. So on here there are lots of information all in this newspaper. The London Times, 12th of February, 1899, and there's all sorts of hints and clues and things that have been going on in here.
It's discovered spelt with a K.
It's a clue.
No, it's not.
Is it?
I was just like, we've just had 1,000 printed. Now is the time you spot us.
She's just trying to end me before Christmas. Will I make it to December?
So you've got your instructions, which tell you what you're doing.
So this is a letter from Sherlock Holmes himself, written to Watson, explaining that a murder has taken place at not Baker Street. Where is it? Where are we going?
Baskerville Hall.
Baskerville Hall. I knew that. Baskerville Hall, and that your job is to figure out who done it. And if you show on the back as well, there's a really good thing here on the back. So we have like the places, there's the weapons, and then there's also the people on there. So you're trying to work out who did it, where they did it, and how they did it as well. But you'll see on the information at the bottom that there are loads of numbers and missing words, missing things. You need to figure out what those words are. And to do that, you'll have to solve these 20 puzzles here.
Just 20 puzzles.
20 puzzles.
It will take you about 2 hours. 90 minutes to 2 hours easily.
But you're looking at them and not showing them.
I'm looking at them.
Jo's playing. She's already mid-game.
I'm already like, I don't remember doing this one.
What's that one? What's that? Yeah. But there's all sorts. So there's like images on there. There's like maps, writing. All of these are like notes from Sherlock himself, things he's drawn.
I did that one. I can remember because I showed that one at the show. I was like, so this one, I showed them how to do that one. So we've got all sorts of different things.
Yes, there we go. And these are all double-sided as well. We won't turn them around and show you the other side as well, because people will be screenshotting as they go along. We'll find this on the black market. You do like the black market though. That's Homefront Heroes, because you're trying to get into the black market.
And the nice thing about these, and this is what I tell everybody that's been talking to me at the show, is I say the really nice thing about these games is that the puzzle setter does a cameo video at the end. So if you solve the puzzles, you'll get a cameo from Joseph at the end of each puzzle. And so with one of them, he's like the captain of the ship. With another one, he's Sherlock Holmes. And with another one, he is a spiv from the black market. And I'm waiting to see you do Mission Rogue Protocol. I'm really looking forward.
Don't spoil us. I may be coming down from a ceiling. You will see. We'll see what happens. I've got the rig in it. No. I've got plans.
You've got plans.
It's amazing what you can do.
If you ever want to see a laugh, watch. I don't know whether it's up on YouTube, Brooke. The opening scene to Death in Space, where you get blasted out into. It makes me laugh every time. There's quite a lot of our videos on YouTube where we've done weekend events, and it's like you see a dead body arrive out of nowhere, and it's usually one of our team. But I think that one's my favourite one, where you just kind of wander up past and go out into the face.
That was really good. I quite like Nat making a cocktail at one point, and then she gets
poisoned.
It's like she gets stabbed. She gets whacked on the head. Is it? Yeah.
Oh, is it you? Can I help you with something?
Yeah, somebody with gloves on.
Yeah.
Somebody with gloves on. You don't know whether it's a male or a female.
Yeah, it's like, whose hands are these?
I love those.
Yeah, so funny.
By the way, if you are watching this in 2025 or 2026, there is another digital weekend event coming up in October.
Yes.
So we don't forget, Cowboys.
The Good, the Bad and the Dead.
The Good, the Bad and the Dead.
Tickets on sale now, actually. You can get them at redherringgames.com, and then you just go to the top of the screen. It says event tickets. If you click on there, you'll see. Put your hand. No, other hand. You'll see these sides of faces as cowboys.
Yeah, so do keep an eye out for that. We aren't running that one on Kickstarter, I believe, are we?
No,
we're not
we've
doing
gone
it on Kickstarter.
straight.
We're going straight to sales.
People,
so you do
it's
need to book in.
October 2026.
It's October. Everyone was telling us that we didn't tell people early enough, and you can't run a Kickstarter that early because it just drives people crazy. So we have got people booked in already, and we do have a cap limit. We're not going to tell you what it is, but there is a cap limit in place. So make sure you get your tickets booked. And we've got weekend events coming up. So keep an eye out for a weekend event coming up in spring, which will be somewhere around about the Suffolk, Essex kind of area. And obviously we'll be in Ascot and Harrogate again this time next year, which for those of you watching it in July is October and November.
2026.
2026.